Ramulators! Mount
Look at this guy, man.
Hey.
You're like a star now. The Rams win the Super Bowl.
Look at this side.
And of course, here he comes. Listen, is he smoking a cigar? He's really gonna. What? Oh my God! Yes, Rudy. Oh, jeez.
Amelia, how are you?
Larry, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Kev.
His own channel right now. So we got a little dual stream going right now. Look at Ramelia with the Rams shirt. Look at that.
I gotta put a stop to it. Ayuka's no Isaac Bruce. Let me just start there. Not even close. Bang Escalator Crew jerseys that they lost in the championship game. That's the week when you wear those jerseys. Just so you know, that's what we're thinking when we see it. We picture you guys going down the escalator in defeat in the NFC Championship. Escalator gang, bang bang, bang bang Escalator gang, baby.
Rams house, like I said, anywhere is Rams house. We can't over freaking Santa Clara, that's what it's called. It don't matter because we got came out when we done.
What is up, my Ramelia fans of the Los Angeles Rams, defending NFC West champions? How are you guys doing? Thank you for coming in. It was an unannounced live, getting all my stuff together. The draft is over. I was going to come out right when we finished the draft, but it was a hell of a draft. Now, don't be swayed by the grades. Oh, we give the Rams a C, a B minus. If you remember, when the Rams won the Super Bowl, they had a third string tight end because Higbee got hurt, and then the other guy got hurt, and we are drafting guys that can help us win this year and win the Super Bowl. We also fleeced the Atlanta Falcons. For you guys to go into Rombo's chat, that's Tony's Atlanta Falcons. So thank you for giving us a first-round pick so we can get Arch Manning. There's like four quarterbacks in the draft for next year. And then Matthew Stafford, remember, me and Stockton were going back and forth about it. I didn't believe any of the stories that Stafford was going to be gone, and he signs a team-friendly deal like $41 million, and so he's most likely going to be here next year as well. We'll be able to draft our quarterback. He'll be able to sit a year under Stafford, and we're going. But also, we got a linebacker, a monster linebacker. We got an undrafted linebacker who's an all-American. We can put those two interchange with Omar Spates, and we got a wide receiver to boot. We got edge rusher, the tight end. Hold on 1 second. We got a bunch of guys. We'll get into that, but it was a heck of a draft because remember, these guys fit the role for us. They don't have to be all pro. So Les Snead and Sean McVay has done it again, and also there'll be some diamonds in the rough. A possible D Roy. I'm gonna just get into it. Let's get into the chat. Let me get my background because I don't have all my lights up right now. So hold on. Let me just get rid of the background. There we go. We'll get into it. Let's get into the chat. Starker says, you're live. Trump spared you. I like the new intro. When were you on Larry Krueger show? I didn't see that one. That was a while ago. I have a bunch of video and that I haven't had a chance to post, and I finally transferred it over to the other computer. But thank you, my guy Stockton, for coming in last minute. Jock42. Hola, Rudy Stockton. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Appreciate you. Sean Dolick. Yes, indeed. Undrafted free agent might be a steal. I like that dude. That's what I'm talking about. Chris Paul Jr., steal of the draft. There's another guy. That's the two guys that I'm talking about. And then the tight end. Don't sleep on him. Let's just get into that real quick. Hold on 1 second. Do. Hold on. Let's get into that. All right. So, Rams draft class, the guys that we drafted. Terrence Ferguson, he's a Duck. I heard that he had a lower extremity tackle. It's talking about, I love our draft. I do too. That he was fearless and he was a monster. And then after he got hit low, kind of like Tyler Higbee, he wasn't the same player, but he'll get over that. He's in the NFL. I haven't seen that. I'm a USC fan, so I don't really pay attention to the Ducks that much. But he's got speed. He ran a right around a 4.6 in the 40, the fastest tight end in the draft. He's got hands. Josiah Stewart, outside linebacker. Jarquez Hunter, running back Auburn. Because remember, Kyrene Williams' contract is up after this year, and are we going to really pay him? Right? He's a really great running back, but hey, you can't have enough running backs from Auburn. Ty Hamilton, Ohio State. Chris Paul Jr., that's what we were talking about, Chris Paul Jr. He's a steal of the draft. And then that's the receiver I'm talking about, Kanata Mumfield. He's pretty good route runner, good hands. He makes plays. He will definitely be a similar player to like the guy that we lost in free agency because of the DUI problems. Our little brothers to the north took him in DeMarcus Robinson. But again, these guys have to do it on the field. But I really like this draft, and then the undrafted free agents. It was another haul by us. Hold on one second. Let me get into that. The undrafted free agents. Hold on one second. Sean Dullock is the guy that I'm talking about, inside linebacker, Buffalo All-American. We'll get into him in a second. Safety, offensive lineman, Watt Bowles. Not everyone will make the team, but their bodies in camp. Some of them, like Sean Dullock, the linebacker, there's no he wasn't even invited to some of the to some of the end of the games for the All-Stars, and it's ridiculous. Some guys, that's better for us, but some of these guys would have gotten drafted. Outside linebacker, again, two outside linebackers, a center, another wide receiver, Louisiana Tech. And so we got a pretty good haul again. And so, Les Snead and Sean McVay have done it again. And but let me get into our guy, Dullock. Hold on one second. Sean Dullock, undrafted free agent. Hold on. Let's see. All-American and MAC Defensive Player of the Year 2024. He was not selected in the 2025 draft, but signed by free agent by the Rams. It's crazy that he wasn't even drafted. All-American, his performance in college earned him recognition as an all-consensus All-American and MAC Defensive Player of the Year. So Sean Dullock, man, to go with Chris Paul Jr., it's going to be an amazing time for us. Chris Paul Jr. drafted in the 172nd pick. And so, Les Snead has done it again. They got to do it on the field. But, you got to have quality players to put in there as well. You die, baby. Let's see. Where's my video real quick? Let me put in a quick clip. Here we go. Here's our guy.
Terrence. Hey, this is Les Snead, General Manager, Los Angeles Rams.
What's up, man?
Hey, you know what my favorite thing is? Looking at that combine mug shot and seeing that tattoo with loyalty on your belly.
Oh, yeah, that's the best
You know
part.
what? You got a new team to be loyal to, the Los Angeles Rams. We're going to draft you right here. I'm going to put you on the phone with your new head coach, Sean
I appreciate
McVay.
it. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
All right, my man.
Terrence.
What's up, Coach? How are you?
Oh man, we
Got a little
are
bit.
we are fired up. Congratulations. There's we all loved you, and we were sitting here nervous, waiting until 46 to see if we were going to be able to get you. But love everything you're about. Love your story, man. You're going to love playing alongside some of these other guys, and I know Tyler Higbee will be fired up to play alongside you, man. But we are jacked up, and you're going to be a great player for us, and can't wait to get going with you.
No, I can't believe it. Appreciate you so much, Coach. You're going to get the best tight end in the draft right now. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I love that. Where are you at right now?
I'm at home with my family in Denver, Colorado.
So there it is. Nice linebacker. I really love this draft as well. And again, these are really good players. And some people say, oh, you reached, but if you go on a guy you look at your draft board and you say, okay, this guy's gone. We can't get him. We moved up a couple times. We fleeced the Atlanta Falcons. They got a first-round pick. So now we have 2 first-round picks to get Arch Manning or one of the other quarterbacks in a strong quarterback draft next year. Les Snead. It's not just about this year. This year's in front of us, but we've made we have 2 first-round picks. And if Atlanta craps the bed, which they may, we could have a top 10 pick to go with our other pick in the draft. So hopefully we'll be Super Bowl champions and it'll be a later draft, but it's right there in front of us. And it sucks that Cooper Kupp's not here, but we turned the page. We've had great players before. Unfortunately, it sucks when you see them go. And then also there's the prospect of Jalen Ramsey coming back into the fold, especially with the Matthew Stafford contract. So, as a matter of fact, and also too, so you guys, I'm on X, Twitter. I've been posting things there, even though I don't do lives, and then on my community post on YouTube. So even though I'm not doing lives, I'm active on Twitter. I don't really do Instagram anymore. I may reopen that account up, but I haven't really been doing that, and really not too much on Facebook at all either as well. Let's see. Let me see if I can get something to show you guys real quick. But yeah, if you want to find me, and I haven't been doing lives or in between, I'm always on X, posting information or my YouTube community posts. Let's see here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Rombo's they're happy they got the draft, but they didn't do they got an offensive lineman in the 7th round. If you were to say, okay, they lost all those defensive players, talking about the Niners and Rombo, they lost a lot of defensive players, and they got some good players in the draft, really good players to help. But the offensive line is the same offensive line, man. I wonder if any of those guys can block. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I'm looking for. I wanted to show you guys. Mm-hmm. Here it is. Hold on. And then they went and gave George Kittle an extension, and they still haven't paid Brock Purdy. Oh man, God bless him. And Kittle deserves the money, but you're going to keep playing all these players. And then I guess who knows if Trent Williams is going to come back. Hold on. But yeah, I really like what we're doing. And I haven't heard nothing about the uniforms either, guys. We were supposed to have a new alternate uniform, and I haven't heard anything about it. But hold on one second. I'm trying to find the Stafford contract. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. I was trying to find it on my community post, but I'm on my X post, but it's okay. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Now, Matthew Stafford's new contract details finally emerge, breaking down QB's contract. Stafford got a $17 million raise this year despite having a lower cap hit. Oh, there's your guy. Just talking. Okay, $17 million raise for 2025 season, raising his cash payout to $27 million to $44 million. So $44 million, despite Rams giving Stafford more money than this year, they actually managed to lower his cap hit from 49 to 40. So that's what I meant by the 40 million. Knew that was in there, and so amazing. And that was done by the addition of five void years onto the end of the contract, 2027 to 31. By adding void years, the Rams were able to spread this out, bonus, thus lowering his cap in 2025. So, for all the reports of the media pundits and the chismosa saying that, oh, Matthew Stafford's looking for a big payday. No, dude. Of course he wants to get paid. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but it wasn't what they were saying. And, I stood by my guns the whole time. I didn't believe any of the stuff. There's never a guarantee, but where was he going to go? You had the Giants, the Raiders. I mean, come on. The Raiders and Stafford's at the end of his career. Why would you want to rebuild with the Raiders and then and have to look over at Mark Davis? Oh. Steve says, Art, stop that bullshit. I won't be able to sleep for the whole season. Steve, you gotta know, you gotta tip your hat to him, man. The Rams positioned themselves in a year where the Niners are throwing in the white flag. They had a fire sale. The Yorks pinched the pennies on the purse strings of the Niners. And they're drafting all these young guys. They copy whatever the Rams do, but it's always a year too late. And then they still haven't even played Brock Purdy, and they're not even sure if that's their quarterback of the future. That's why they don't want to pay him. And the Rams have positioned themselves to possibly win the Super Bowl this year at Levi Stadium, and then next year has 2 first-round picks, a second-round pick, a third-round pick. Oh, man, I love it. But God bless you, Steve-O. Oh, man, it's beautiful. Jacques says, Stafford gets paid a lot in endorsements, commercially. He's good. But also, too, Jacques, when you're at a certain level and you're one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league, and this guy can still take over a game, we've all seen it. Even if you're not a Ram fan, you can say, man, when Stafford is on, he's on, right? He has made he's one of the richest quarterbacks in the NFL history over the course of his career. But it's not just that. Of course, you want to be a certain status with your contract. You're like, wait, I'm playing for pennies over here. But no, it's not that. He's getting a team-friendly deal because he wants to go out as a Super Bowl champion and he wants to contend because he understands how it works. So, but also, like you said, though, he is getting endorsements and stuff. But he loves his kids are in L.A. His family's in L.A. They love L.A. So, but yes, indeed, my guy GP Shadow. But yeah, the endorsements and stuff do definitely help. But he's a team player, man. He wants to finish his career with the Rams, and that's why I didn't believe any of the reports. Even there were some people saying, "Yeah, no, I got good. I'm leaning towards him leaving the Rams." I'm like, what? That doesn't make no sense at all. I didn't understand why some people were saying that, because I mean, not that I knew anything, but it didn't make sense. The offers, like, why would you go to the Raiders? Like, okay, Tom Brady asked you to. You had a meeting with Tom Brady, and you're probably like, man, all right then, Tom. GP Shadows, hopefully the Rams release at least 2 the uniforms. At least 2 uniforms this season. Uniforms one rival, one more. Yes, indeed. There's people even saying, are we going to go with the St. Louis colors? And I'm like, I don't know about that. Devo says, is Stetson and Jamie still on the team? Yes, they are. Stetson Bennett really blew his chance but also too, your mental health is the most important thing. But he blew his chance that year to learn and to to possibly win the backup quarterback position, and then we end up getting Jimmy Garoppolo, who's a good backup, man. He can if Stafford ever had to go down for a game or two, we can win with Jimmy Garoppolo as a quarterback. I would have rather had Carson Wentz, but Jimmy Garoppolo offers something. He played pretty good against the Seahawks, and for somebody that was on the bench the whole year, he played really good. Especially he knows the offense, and that's what helps. Let's see. There was another clip I wanted to show you guys. Oh, also too, Steve Irwin's son. What's his name? The crocodile hunter guy. Announced one of our picks, and that was so cool, man. Check this out. Check this out.
Hey everyone, it's Robert Irwin here, and I brought along a mate. I'm here at the Crocodile Hunter Lodge at Australia Zoo, and I am so excited. We are so excited for this very important announcement. So, without any further ado, with the 242nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Kanate Mumpfield, wide receiver, Pittsburgh. Congratulations, back to you.
That's awesome, and rest in peace, Steve Irwin, and God bless you to his son. So I just thought that was kind of cool, man. And then let's see, because the first day of the draft, we're like, we didn't do much, which we did a lot for us, but we didn't have a pick. We traded it away. And then you were asking about Jimmy Garoppolo, and Stetson Bennett. He's not the backup, but he's still there for now. But here's our guys here. There's our guys. Man, number 12 and number 17. Man, remember we were saying just wait till Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua get on the same field, and then one of them got hurt, and then Cooper Kupp never totally seemed to be over his injury. He wasn't the same player, but now we got Devontae Adams, who adds a different wrinkle. And what are you gonna do? And then you got Tutu Atwell still there, and they're supposed to use him more this year. And then and then we got the young guys in there, and and then. We have the new guy that we got, the wide receiver with a cool name. Man, this offense is going to be amazing, man. And then we got the tight end. We can do something with double tight end sets. Tyler Higbee and the fast tight end, young dude. It's going to be an amazing year, man. It's going to be an amazing ride, dude. It's going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. Hold on one second. Mm-hmm. There we go. Stark says they're going to pay Turdy more than his daddy's average. $50 million, man. They are going to pay him more than Matthew Stafford for sure. Jeep Shadow says, I do think Stetson Bennett would surprise most people with a starter roster. Yeah, he just never got a chance, man. I would love to have seen him with the right head on his shoulders, and with our ones, he adds the basically just skill wise. It's got to do it up here too. I always liken him to Brock Purdy with the mobile stuff, but with a stronger arm. But also more moxie. The guy's got swag. He got walked on and won 2 national championships, but he didn't do it in the pros. He hasn't. He kind of didn't get the chance because he had that year that he took off, and you never know you're gonna get it back. Ram fan for life. LBI says, hey, my brother. Sorry, I was busy with the family and my nephew, and I gave us a B on the draft. That's cool. Because you know what? Listen, these guys are supposed to fit in with our scheme, what we're gonna do. So. You'll be surprised. There'll be some guys, they thought he was going to do better. Well, these guys are doing really good. We have a possible D-Roy, Chris Paul, all the other guys in there that we got are going to do what they need to do, fast tight end. But no, props to you and taking care of your family, all that stuff. But always thank you for the support. Appreciate you, my brother. Steve-O says $56 million. Woo! She was, I think Giants and Ravens had the best draft. They had a great draft, and the Seahawks had a pretty decent draft too. There's a couple of guys. Niners had a pretty good draft. They had a lot of holes to fill, but it's crazy that they still. First of all, Robert Saleh came in, and I guess they gave him the draft, but they still need offensive linemen. I would have thought they would have used some of those picks to move up and get a lineman because they need a right side lineman. But I don't understand. In the regular season, you can do the Shanahan way of beating lesser teams and putting lipstick on a pig, so to speak, with the offensive line and get through. But are you really just playing for the regular season? Or are you trying to go all in and do something in the playoffs? And when you go in the playoffs, now you're facing a Jared Verse. Now you're facing a Philadelphia defensive line. Now you're facing the big boys, and you're going to have an offensive line like that and a brittle quarterback at this point. He's gotten hurt multiple years. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't wish injuries on nobody because, believe me, as a Ram fan, we know about injuries. GB says, with confidence, he's definitely better than Brock Purdy. It just sucks that he hasn't had a chance to show it, man, because I really like Stetson Bennett, man. I really do. I really do, man. He's got, I just wish that he would get some chance to play. I wish we would have routed some people and he was the backup, but whatever. Stockman says, I like our new running back also. He's powerful and fast. Yeah, man, low center of gravity. He finishes off runs. And also, too, remember, Kyrie Williams' contract is going to be up. So are we going to pay him? He's a really good running back and he's been playing good, but he's put the ball on the carpet in a bad situation. He pulled a Wendell Tyler, man. You guys remember, for you old school guys, Wendell Tyler, he used to put the ball earlier in his career on the carpet. That's one of the reasons why they replaced him. I heard Rudy bought a Perkins jersey. I wonder where he's at. He never got a chance too, though. But remember, we had Wolford. Remember, at that point, I liked Perkins better than Wolford. Even though I appreciated Wolford's, he tried. Jock42 says, Bennett was better in college compared to Schrader. Yeah, Shador. I said Schrader. Shador got his ass handed to him, man. I think some of it's because of Dion. Like, they didn't want the headache. Kind of like the Balls, even though they got drafted up high. The Papa Ball, God bless him. He had one of his feet amputated, a part of his leg, I think. And he was yapping and he was on all these talk shows and they probably didn't want that headache. When are you going to play my son? You guys are losing. Oh, man. Steve says, so what are your weaknesses after the draft? We got to shore up the secondary. There's possibility we might get Ramsey to help put a veteran presence. And we talked with the Dolphins before the draft. After the draft, we basically agreed after the draft we're going to see where we're at and revisit it. Les Snead and their GM talked about it. Secondary, we got to shore that up. Our linebackers, I like the guys that we got, so we kind of shored that up now. It's better than it was before the draft. We definitely need a backup left tackle, to shore up with the Larry Jackson. And, I think we're pretty loaded, man. We're pretty loaded. This Rams team is we didn't have a lot of holes. We shored up the linebacker position for sure. We are better than we were before the draft. And these guys still have to do the job, but hey, you got to have the able bodies able to at least get a chance, man. So I like it. I like everything that we've done. I like everything that we did in the draft. Watching Shador fall was beautiful. Yeah, man, that's crazy. They had a big old party and spent all kinds of money and. Thanks. We have no weaknesses. We stay relatively healthy. We are Super Bowl bound. I love it. We really don't. I'm not going to say we no weaknesses. We don't have glaring holes in our roster. we had a problem with Saquon Barkley and one of the top-notch running backs. There's not a lot of teams that have a Saquon Barkley, believe me, but we can now at least stuff him with these linebackers now and keep him at bay a little bit. He's not going to go 70 yards, so to speak. I don't believe so. Afterlife says Niners are brainless in the draft. They gave the draft to Robert Saleh. They said, do it for us again. But even Robert Saleh, they didn't win a Super Bowl with Robert Saleh. And then his last years, they had a bunch of injuries, and they went 6-10 when he went to the Giants to head coach. So, I mean, he's a great, I like him. He runs up the bleachers, and he's very passionate on the sidelines. But they didn't do any better with him than like Wilkes. Jacques 42 says Blake Corum will have a breakout year. I'm hopefully, man. It sucks that he got hurt against the Eagles last year, and it sucks that Fisk got hurt. Brandon Fisk got hurt too against the Eagles. Stockton says I say we let Kyron Williams walk. We go with that was probably the idea, because this is the last contract year. He's going to play tough for us. I really like him. That's why he's in my opening. But you know, money. Hey, listen, money's money. And we'll see what happens. Jacques Fortune says, don't be surprised if we play Philly on opening day. That would be cool. Get them at SoFi. GP Shadow says, were you watching the draft? I was watching the highlight shows, and I was doing my thing. I wasn't watching the draft. I was just looking at Twitter and then seeing who else we draft when it was our time. On my phone, but not really. I can't really sit there. I get antsy, but I was excited because I was expecting some trades, and we did get a couple of trades in the but it's a good thing though, because we don't have a lot of picks, because we finished so good in the playoffs, and we don't have a lot of holes, so that's a great thing. DJ Fono says that for Jacques Fortu, what's good, my boy? Oh, there you go. Good. Love it. Yeah, I got you the draft. It's hard for me to watch the draft because I get nervous. No, I'm not going to say nervous. I get antsy because I see guys that I want. I'm like, damn! Who was the guy that I wanted that somebody drafted? Shit. Let's see. There was, one of the let's see. I'll tell you right now. Hold on. And there's pretty much no way that we were going to get it because we didn't have the draft picks. But hold on. I'll tell you right now. Like Jaheed Campbell went 31st, so we could have got him from Alabama, the linebacker, but we ended up getting Chris Paul Jr. The Eagles got him. The Eagles just keep, man. They're basically, they won another Super Bowl, so a little bit above us, but they're basically us of the NFC East. But there was another guy they got. Let's see, maybe it wasn't them. Who else? I can't remember the other guy, but it was Campbell. But we ended up getting Chris Paul. And there was another defensive tackle that somebody got earlier in the draft that we probably weren't going to be able to get unless they fell. But I like our draft. I don't like seeing guys that go like, damn, he's gone. TJ Funner says, Rudy, what's up? Just got news. Falcons are trading for Ramsey. Oh, they're trying to get back at us. They're trying to get back at us because we fleeced them. Let's see that. That would kind of suck. But why would he want to go there when he has a chance to go with the Rams? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Raheem Morris. That's right. Durr. The Rams are like, I tell you what, Raheem, we'll give you back that conceptory pick that we got for you going to the Falcons, and we won't trade for Jalen Ramsey if you let us get that number 1 pick next year. I forgot about Raheem Morris that makes sense now. GB Shadow, did you want a QB this draft? Did you want Shador after slipping? That's a guy that I wouldn't mind having him, but it would have to be late in the draft, which we could have got him. But it's just a thing with Deion Sanders and the circus that kind of comes around with that, and to me, he kind of didn't have the talent enough to just, that doesn't matter. He's really that good, but after what we did with getting the 2 first round picks, I like what we did. And then I was scared we're going to get Jackson Dart. we kind of played the Giants on that one. Yeah, we're going to get Jackson Dart. Don't tell the Giants. Giants move up. Noxium says, I hope Terrence Ferguson will be a good go-to guy this season, even though he's a rookie. Man, the guy's fast. I love that kid. Hold on. Let me show you guys something. When we got him, I was like, okay. And then you hear guys saying, well, they could have got him in the later rounds. Well, yeah, you never know. We got a guy, we were trying to, there was Brock Bowers, that there was rumors that we were going after Brock Bowers last year, since Tyler Higbee has been hurt, and these guys haven't turned out that we've got in his place. They've been okay, but not what we really kind of wanted, and especially the guy from Detroit. Sometimes he plays too small and doesn't overpower people. Hold on, I'm looking for something I want to show you when it comes to. But these guys still have to do it. All right, let me just show you some quick highlights of our guy.
The 16. Pump and go. It's a screen. It's Ferguson. Wide open grazing space. Terrence Ferguson still going. At the 21, he finally falls.
A loaded college football day. Whittington in the backfield. Gabriel to throw it on 3rd down and goal. Gabriel, all kinds of time, end zone. Yes, touchdown Ducks.
Here Nerf working. As he calls it, Gabriel wants to throw it back this direction. He's got a wide open tight end. Terrence Ferguson, little soft shoe to the 20-yard line. What a change of direction. It's a gain of 20.
The gun on 4th and inches. Play clock down to 5. Gabriel keeps wide open. Ferguson trying to shed Burke, and he does. Ferguson.
So the kid's got some speed. He's got some hands. He's got a good size, and so I think he's going to be pretty good for us. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to this season with this guy. What's up, baby? You okay? Mm-hmm. Robert says, will preseason games going to be released in 2 weeks also? It's getting close. After the draft, the schedule they start showing the schedule for stuff like that. So most likely within the next few weeks. I'm interested to see who's going to be our opponent, unless you guys have heard it and I haven't. For the Australia game, remember we're going to be the host team for the first ever regular season game in Australia. And so there was rumors it might be the Niners as the other team. So we'll see. It sucks that we're going to lose a game in SoFi as our home game. DJ Fono says, I was in Oregon celebrating my mom's I was in Oregon celebrating my mom's birthday and watching the draft when they picked Ferguson. It's meant to be. Love it, man. Love it, love it, love it. And happy birthday to your mom's. Cool, man. That's cool. Talks, let's go to the new training facility camp this year, Rudy. Oh man, I would love to, man. That's fucking stools killing my butt. It's gonna be amazing, man. I talk about this all the time, but once they finish the project, which is the Rams headquarters and everything, and I showed you guys on my last stream, the stuff that they're doing, but it's just amazing, man. The stuff they're doing. Hold on.
Hey everyone, it's
Oopsie. Hold on. That would be cool though, man. Yeah, for sure, that would be amazing. But yeah, once they get done with the headquarters around SoFi, I mean the headquarters, and then the entertainment venues around SoFi, the hotels. I guess darn Rams post got in the way up there on top, but you get the idea, man. It's gonna be amazing. Spared no expense, like the guy from Jurassic Park, man. This is the type. This is the franchise that we're fans of, man. With Stan Kroenke at the helm, man. He spared no expense with this stuff. We love SoFi, and he's just it's just amazing what he's gonna do with this Rams headquarters and entertainment venues, and it's gonna be amazing, man. I mean, we're already the second most valuable franchise in the NFL, and we overtook the Patriots this year, and then and then the Cowboys are the number one, and then most likely when this is done, we're going to be right there with them, and that's important because now they start spending top dollar like they have been. They keep that up, and then we have better venues for our fans and for us. Noxium says Ferguson reminds me of a younger Big Rig Hig. He has similar build and speed, man. It's gonna. We can only hope so. Great take, Noxian, because Higbee's the all-time receptions leader, right, or yards leader, both or one or the other, and so he's been great. He just hasn't been able to stay on the field, but yeah, man. And Stafford will find you, and he loves having a great tight end. But the only problem with the kid here, he's got to learn to block. We'll see what happens with that, because that's one thing that Cooper Kupp was there. Devontae Adams really didn't have to block, but he's a big guy. It's going to be we, not me. Hopefully they'll make the sacrifice. So, because how sad that the Super Bowl is at that shitty stadium at Santa Clara. I'm sure by the time we get there, they're going to fix some stuff up. Oh, man. But God bless them, though. They threw in the white flag the year that the Rams may win the Super Bowl on their territory, man. Speaking of our little brothers of the North, that's so crazy to me, man. And I say that because they even found money to pay Kittle. Like, also too, in case you have forgotten, and I hate injuries. Mufasa. Mustafa, their center, their safety, excuse me, Mustafa, their safety, is going to be out multiple games because he actually got hurt and they didn't bother to list it. In the last game of the season, he's going to be out probably 4 games or something, along with Ayuk most likely, and so they're going to be missing guys in the defense as well that they thought were going to be there, and then they still got to pay Brock Purdy. They gave Kittle his money, but oh well. Sucks to be them, but okay. But they are because they have a last place schedule. The Vegas thinks that they're still going to do something, so we shall see. We shall see. They will be better on defense with Robert Saleh there. Hold on, I want to show you guys something. I'm going to show you Kanata Mumfield highlights real quick. I like this kid, man. I like this kid. Hold on. Let me bring it to you.
As a pass rush guy, shows you that he's not only getting it done third down, but on normal down and distance as well.
How about that adjustment made by Mumfield? That is an unbelievable catch.
As running back Des Reed, you don't have great size outside at the wide receiver position for Pitt.
Yarnell to the corner. And it's a Pitt touchdown. Kanate Mumfield.
Bartholomew went in motion. Holstein looking his way, now the other. Out in the flats, pass is caught for the touchdown. It's Mumfield.
And then as soon as we get that first down, speed it up.
Gain of 7 on 4th and 2. Holstein back to the air. Gonna heave one deep, man-to-man coverage. Caught inside the 10.
There's a little taste, man. I like that kid. I like that kid, man. So there it is. Kanate, cover me. Kanate, cover me. Kanate Humphrey. There you go, baby. There you go. So it's going to be great. Stocker says, I really hope the first few games of our schedule is soft this year. We cannot be in another hole. Yeah, we can't do that again. And it kind of hurt us. But we almost ride the ship at the end. But all right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate you guys coming in. And thank you guys so much. All you guys that watch the replays. We'll be back in now that we're back to off-season and stuff like that. And we'll give you some news. The Jed and Ramsey trade comes out the pipe. Maybe the Falcons will get him. Raheem Morris is after him. It looks like he has links to him, rather. We'll see what happens. But we'll see you guys soon. Again, I'm going to have some more information for you about the uniforms hopefully soon. And we'll get all that. My guy, Monster It. Hey, Rudy. I feel we had a great draft. Man, we had a wonderful draft, man. If you haven't watched earlier, we were talking about it. Chris Paul Jr., the undrafted free agents, the tight end, Kanata Humphrey. It's going to be amazing. Stockton says, any good movies lately? Yeah, I saw Drop. That was pretty good. What else did we watch? Sinners is a great movie. I wanted to go see Revenge of the Sith at the movie theaters, but we didn't get a chance to. Hopefully we'll do that before. The other movie I want to see is which is the other movie? I can't think of it right now. Can't remember. The Accountant 2. Noxim says, good show, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Doctor says, you always leave so abruptly. My ass is, I got one of those stools that are like from the arcade 1-up machines, the arcade 1-up, the video games that were in my background, and there's no padding, man. So I'm sitting there like adjusting. I got to get a better stool or a game chair. GP says, catch you at training camp. Yes, brother. Hopefully I'll let you know for sure. Hopefully me and Stockton will be able to meet up there too. Stockton says, you should start a second channel of movies. Yeah, that's actually, I was thinking about that, but right now with work and stuff, I haven't had a chance to even be on here. But yeah, for sure. Put a pillow under your culo. Yeah, I just need to get a better, because it's not comfortable too, besides with the pillow. I don't got no backrest. But yeah, all right, guys, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm going to be doing more lives more often now that the draft is over. And but we're all set, guys, and I appreciate you guys. And as we always say, may the Remelia be with you. And Remulators, mount up. Take care, guys. We'll see you guys soon.